So today we're going to hook up the big logging trailer and start hauling some of the chips that I've been creating with the Woodland Mills wood chipper and sawdust that came off the Woodland Mills sawmill down to the Road to Nowhere trail. We're going to start filling in some of the low spots there, and then we need to get to work on battens for the one storage shed. We're going to get that set up and start staining them so we can get them into place. Well, hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. So pretty exciting day today. We're going to start using up some of these wood chips that we've been piling up coming out of the new wood chipper. It's done a tremendous job. Very pleased with it. It's time to start getting them to work. We were down looking at the Road to Nowhere trail, and it is still pretty wet in a few spots. So in order to make it easier for us to get down there and work, we're going to start putting some of these chips down in place there and soak up some of that moisture and prepare the area for the tractor to come down. And then we're going to start using up some of that lumber that we've been building up. I'm really looking forward to that. Been a lot of work sawing all of that stuff up, getting ready to go. So what I'm doing today is setting up the battens that I need for the one storage shed that only has battens on one wall. So we need to finish that shed. But what I like to do is stain the battens first. That way, cut them to size and I just have to dab a little bit of stain on the ends and they're ready to install. So let's get our equipment running, start loading some of these chips and make a few trips down there. And then we'll start setting up the sawhorses to get the battens on to stain them. All right, let's get to work. All right, there's load number one. I want to be able to get a whole load, dump it into there, the whole thing. All right, let's go get another load. One of these days I'm going to put an electric winch on this. Nice, right on target. All right, that's going to help a lot. So one more load. I'll put it down basically where you guys are right now. Well, that's going to really help with that muddy spot. I'll have to come down again later on with just the ATV and just go back and forth across it to pack this stuff in. But yeah, that's great. Well, I hope you guys have been enjoying this video, and if you have, don't forget to give it a like. And I'd really love to have you to subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any thoughts, questions, suggestions, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's get back to the work. All right, folks, we're back by the storage domes here with some of the lumber there and the tractor over here. So what I want to do is just set up a spot where I don't really care if I get some spillage off of the staining that I'm going to be putting on these battens. So this is the perfect spot for it. So let's get our work platform set up and we'll get the battens out and start working on them roughly 20 at a time. We'll see how it feels once we get them in place. Well, I was hoping to get 20, but obviously not. I've got 14 on there. But that's a start. So putting stain on, it's pretty common practice to put it on with a brush and then wipe it with a rag. But this is rough cut lumber. There's no way you're wiping this down with a rag. So I just use a roller, and that seems to work pretty good. All right, there's coat number 1. The nice thing with this being out in the sun, this is drying practically fast enough to put a second coat on almost immediately. So let's keep going. Well, we got our first stack of battens done and ready. We'll put these aside and we'll do some more. Yesterday was a busy day. We did quite good. I spent the first part of the day baking some homemade sourdough, and then spent some time weeding and then working on the battens. And today I gotta cut the grass again. Seems I'm cutting it every 3 days right now, and then get back to this new patch here and continue pulling out these really long ones. So the seed is coming along, but pretty slowly. I'm a bit disappointed at how bare it still is here. So we have rain coming. So what I think I'm going to do is, after I get these long ones pulled out, I'm going to go over it with the rake and throw a little more seed down, and hopefully that will help. Okay folks, we got another day here, and I have to finish up staining my battens for that shed. And I want to put a little more grass seed down here, but I am constantly racing against the rain, which is why the Road to Nowhere trail is still as wet as it is. So hopefully the sawdust and wood chips we took down there is going to help. This shouldn't take long, and hopefully it'll be dry enough. I do like to put at least 3 coats on here. And things were drying much quicker yesterday in the sun. This really went very quickly, so we'll see how we do here today. All right guys, there is our last 10 battens stained and ready. So the sun is peeking out a little bit, thank goodness, so that should help them dry. And we'll just leave these here. So now we're gonna clean up and get on to raking that area to spread some more grass seed. So let's clean up and move on. So the grass is filling in, but it's filling in kind of slowly. And it is a bit tricky on a slope like this, because every time it rains, you lose some grass seed. But it's getting better. So what I'm going to do is go across along the slope with my landscaping rake here, basically creating fine little furrows, and hopefully that will help trap the grass seed, because we do have rain coming, and that's a good thing, because this is very dry here because of the slope. It dries up very quickly. So we'll see if this will help or not. So we're going to go pretty lightly with this. I don't want to be digging up the grass that's already there. So let's go at it and see what we can do. All right, folks, we got everything raked. So I'm going to give it a pretty light coating. I don't need a huge amount of grass seed here, and hopefully that will help fill it in. All right, there we go. So we should see in about a week or so, if that makes any difference. We've got 3 or 4 days that are going to be wet. So as long as it doesn't wash it away, that should help. All right, folks, so we've been down on the Road to Nowhere trail, got a bunch of sawdust and wood chips down there to help pack in the trail. Hopefully that will help. We've got roughly 55 battens now stained and ready for the storage shed. That's good to have that ready to go. And we've got this raked up and seeded. So we've had a pretty productive week. Things have gone well. Now all we need to do is get a little bit of dry weather to get these battens on this shed. So that's going to be it for today's video, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and if you've been enjoying the videos, please don't forget to give it a like and share it around, and I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. That would really help. So remember to stay safe out there, be good to each other, and we will see you out on the trails the next time. That'd be nice to get the battens off.